Hi guys, a very happy new year to all of you, and I'm sure this 2024 is going to be the most beautiful year of your life, right? In terms of success, in terms of wealth, in terms of health. Today, I often speak about sales and logistics, and I posted multiple videos. Today, I'm going to talk about a typical skill in sales which you need to upskill in 2024. I'm sure this will interest you. Maybe even if you have, you probably have to work more on it, and this will, help you in your profession. So, if you like and like the video, please do like and subscribe. Okay, I'm sure you will like it. Let's go for it. Thank you. You see, storytelling is the skill which is a very powerful tool in sales, and most of us do have but are not able to use it effectively, or many of us do not use it at all. Yeah. So my suggestion to you all is that work on this skill which is called storytelling, because it is one of the most powerful tools in sales. And if you are able to do something on this, it's going to help you a lot. It's not only going to help you in probably in your sales career, probably it's going to help you in many other things, right? Professional and personal friend. So what are the reasons why storytelling is very important in sales? There are 4 reasons, guys. The first reason is engagement. Stories, oftenly, they capture attention and engage the audience emotionally. So when you are able to build engagement with the customer, there is some trust level which is building up, and that is what makes the customer comfortable and probably starts thinking of changing his decision towards a sale or a purchase. Yeah. So in any way, sales is probably engagement is very important, and storytelling is one powerful tool which can help you to engage with your customer. Yeah. The second point, which is again very important, is it is relatability. What do we mean by relatability? Is you have to put stories which you can make it relatable to the customer. Yeah. Maybe for example, if I am meeting a customer who has some supply chain challenges and probably is from a particular industry, and if I have some stories relating to that industry of some other customer, he will be able to relate. He will start feeling comfortable. He will start trusting you. He'll start feeling elated. Yeah. So those kinds of examples or scenarios, if you can connect with the customer on a personal level, it will make them easier to understand and identify what are you trying to say. Yeah. The third one is, stories are very easier to remember. I'm sure you would agree on this, because stories are something which last for a long time. But if it is a plain vanilla speech or a discussion, probably you tend to either not pay attention or otherwise forget in a short time. Yeah. So stories are something easy to remember. I am sure everybody has personal examples where their nani or dadi or probably their parents have told them some stories in their childhood that they still remember. That's the kind of memory which it gets into the memory. Yeah. So if you are able to tell good stories, compelling story, it will leave a lasting impression to the customer, and it will be able to it will be easy for them to identify and with their requirements. So please do work on storytelling. And the last thing why it is a powerful tool is persuasion. Stories are persuasive, and persuasive skills are very important in sales, like you all guys know, because this is what can tap into emotions and create a sense of urgency or a desire, right? So a well crafted story can a customer's decision making process and drive them towards a purchase. That's the beauty of storytelling, guys. So 4 reasons why you should upskill your storytelling is engagement, relatability, memorability, and persuasion. I am sure you will agree to this. Okay, let me give you some examples. Now that you're clear that storytelling is a powerful tool, let's understand. Let me give you some examples. How can you work on it, and how can you necessarily work on your sales teams if you are a sales leader? Extremely important, guys, and listen to it carefully. Do not miss the entire video. Please do watch the entire video. That's my personal request. So the first thing is, the first step how you can build storytelling is, create customer success stories. You see, I'm very sure that in everyone's life, in your sales journey, you must be having a lot of customer success stories. The only thing is, you have not put it properly into your mind, or you have not thought of putting it together. So just work on gathering those success stories on a piece of paper. Ask your teams to work on it. Put up some success stories, whatever they have in their sales journey, from their satisfied customers, of course, and list it down. Yeah, and then probably tell them how can these stories into their sales speeches. So once they are weaving the stories and they are emphasizing on the positive outcomes and the benefits their customer experienced, this becomes a perfect storytelling. Yeah, very simple, very easy, because I am sure every sales guy of whatever level has some success stories which are worth narrating, right? The next one is use personal anecdotes, guys. All of us has personal experiences. You have personal experience of using a product. You have a personal experience of using a service. Use those experiences. Put some anecdotes. This will highlight that how the product has personally benefited you or someone you know. It helps. The customer gets attracted towards your talk. The customer is able to give more time to you. The customer is able to probably, uncover those pain areas where he probably wants a solution. Yeah. The third one is case studies. Studies is not only limited to management institutes, management classes and your college classes, guys. Case studies is way of life, right? You can always build up some case studies from the real world example, that how your product or service solved a specific problem of a customer. What was the challenges? Emphasize on it. What solution you gave and what were the results? What were the positive outcomes? This will put a big impact to the customer. Trust me on this. The next one is, probably you can also talk about product origin stories. What do we mean by product origin story? When you're talking about your product or service, you can talk about the journey of your service or the product which you're selling, because the market is dynamic, the environment is changing, the customers are changing, the requirements are changing, and hence your product or service has matured to the level of what the customer needs today. So that is what you need to do, guys. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. Next one, more interesting. Use analogies, guys. Train your team to use analogies. To explain some complex concepts or features. Analogies, how they help? They make information more accessible and relatable to the customer. Yeah? Okay. So there are a few more examples. Let me talk to you about few more examples, before we end up. The next one is, probably you can have interactive workshops here with your team. Try to have workshops where you can probably conduct training sessions or workshop where sales teams are practicing storytelling and they are creating and delivering stories, right? Provide feedback and guidance to them and tell them how to structure their stories effectively. So these workshops will help your customers, your team rather, to probably engage into and think about stories put them on a paper, use them slowly and steadily. Once they start using it slowly and steadily, it becomes way of life. Yeah. So two more important things, and it's not going to be a long video, so please do watch. So the other thing is utilize visuals. What do I mean by visuals? So visual representation of anything creates more impact. We all know, right? So when you're storytelling, probably put insert a slide into your PPT or a present where you're having a pictorial presentation of it, maybe a graph, maybe a chart or whatever. And once you are showing it to a customer and you are talking about your stories, it will create an impact, right? It will enhance the impact of the story, and this will help the customers to better understand the information. Yeah. And lastly, don't forget on continuous feedback. Review it with your sales teams. Focus on storytelling elements. Give constructive feedback. Share some successful story examples. By doing all this, these are eight examples I gave you. If you incorporate, yes, I am sure not only you as a professional, but your team as a sales professionals will grow and give positive outcomes. I am sure it will help you to get big deals, man. Yeah. So incorporating sales storytelling into sales, encouraging the use of narratives in customer interaction, we can enhance the effectiveness, of our sales team, our sales professionals, and create a more memorable and engaging our customers. And that's what is needed in sales. Yeah. So guys, don't forget, storytelling is so important to us. And I'm sure after listening to this video, you will think about it, you will work on it, and help your team also to develop this practice. Yeah. I'm sure I'm looking for your feedback. I'm also looking for some examples. Please do comment and keep watching my video. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.